So I think it was probably this point, but I was really like, okay, this is really cool. I'd love some Thatchers.
Yeah.
But the tour was not over.
Well, I guess because we'd moved through a bit further and it was beginning to smell more like cider.
Yeah,
It was, yeah.
And
smelling like cider now.
they were talking a lot more about like developing the flavour, right? So this is where this is happening.
This is what makes its crisp, delicious flavour.
like-
You're like,
And
tell me more.
And we might do it a bit like this because then it might be a bit more appley, or this one, oh, it'll have this cleaner, slightly crisper taste.
Yeah.
And I just really could do with a little like pit stop station where you each have a little slug just to be like, cider is amazing.
or like one of those hats with cans on the side while you're doing the tour. But so from there, we then got a real teaser because then we went into the bottling area.
Which I didn't know I was going to love as much as I did.
I loved it.
Cool.
Seeing those little bottles rattle around on the conveyor belts and then seeing them fill up with cider, and then they have all these machines to put the labels on just right. And we don't have a bottle, but on the bottle they're embossed with Thatchers, and the machine lines up the label perfectly with the word Thatchers, and then there's a machine that goes, oh, that one's not right, and smacks it aside if
But
there's
their
something
rate at
wrong with
which
it.
they're not right was insane. It was like
It's 0.16%.
But yeah, well, we'd seen 2 not right ones of the
To be
thousands
fair,
going
the
through
not right
every
ones also
second.
looked right.
Yeah, to the point where we were like, what's wrong with that one? And he was like, don't know, but the machine says it's
The
not.
The machine wasn't impressed.
Do not argue with the
so
machine.
We're gonna trust our robot overlords and
it felt like we'd walked into an episode of like how it's made. I mean, when,
100%.
I've never seen a processing belt like that in person. I feel like I've seen it online and I've seen it in videos.
Yeah.
But it does nothing quite captures the mesmerizing scale and rapid
Just the
action of it.
hundreds of different moving pieces,
It's like really
perfect.
mind blowing.
all to make that thing work.
Yeah. I think as well, when you see it on TV or something, you're looking at like this much of it.
Yeah.
But when you're there with your peripheral vision, you appreciate
Everything is moving
it starts way over there and you can see the bottle, and then you see it over there being loaded onto a pallet with 1,000 of its mates finished.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's gone from there to there, empty, bare, and now it's full of cider, stickered up, sealed, x-rayed, checked.
Now, Tom did have a favourite machine in there.
What was your favourite machine in there?
Tom loved one machine.
It was in part of that process. They go through, they put the labels on, they clean the bottles, they fill them, they put the labels on, they cap them, shunt them together, put them on the pallets, they fold up the boxes. But then when they're wrapping in the plastic, there's just like the little robot with its like stroking arms that,
Like strokes.
that wrap the plastic around, or even just like pats it down, and that's the laziest working machine. Because it's literally just like 2 bits of rubber, but every time it's just like,
Just gives it a final caress.
oh.
before it goes
And he was
What you
was
didn't
my
see is
favourite
the little
one.
kiss as well.
Yeah.
The kiss
Mwah.
spot. Yeah. beautiful.
Yes, robot.
Have fun.
Oh, it actually folds the box around them. Look at that.